Oh my gosh. You want me to push?
No need to push.
Because if I'm going to push you, you will be go over there. There you go. Baby.
Hang on, one more wee. You ready?
Okay. Are the children? There you go.
Whee! Looking good. I am looking good this morning, right? What's up, everybody? We are heading up to Cloud9 Beach this morning for breakfast. We are going to be eating breakfast up here. First time eating here, and something new, trying something new. Gonna show you where we're at. People used to walk through here. I think this is part of this Jacking Horse, I think is the name of this little resort right through here. People used to walk through here. Now they made a little path now to where you gotta kind of walk down, which, whatever, I guess it keeps people out of the Jacking Horse property, because up here's another area that you can access Cloud9. So, and it's high tide, so the people are out doing their thing. So we're gonna go eat breakfast. I tell you what, there's nobody but my beautiful wife. Look, it is high tide, and this is the time people will come. They will surf with the high tide. People will come here, they will take lessons, they will learn how to surf. And not only that, just surfers in general that come here. But look at this. There's like no waves through here. All through here. And this is the area where a lot of people do surfing, like beginners and teaching and all that. Down here a little bit, there are some waves, but maybe this is the time of the year where like the waves aren't just good. Like I said, I'm not a surfer, I don't know, but beautiful atmosphere here. Come here to walk through here and hang out. Got your little swings here if you want to do a selfie. These are restaurants here you can eat at. Down there, surfing lessons, and also down there's a couple other areas that you can eat and drink and just hang out. Hey, there's look, you want to get on the swing? I never got on the swing.
You want it?
Huh?
You want it?
I want to what?
You got the swing?
Yeah, hang on, I'll swing. Wow, look, she's like a professional. Check her out.
I'm not professional. It's
Do
really
it.
Really hard to balance.
Do you need me to push you?
Push it.
Hey, you want me to push you?
Oh.
All right.
Push.
I'll push her. She wants me to push her, so I'll push her. You ready? I'm gonna push you in your butt. You ready?
Don't push too fast.
Tell me when.
Okay, that's enough.
All right, that's enough. Like being a kid again, right? Like being a kid. You remember that? It's like being a kid. Remember when I was a kid, I would get on the swing and I would swing, and my goal was to like do a complete loop around it, but I never accomplished it. But it's good to be a kid. It's good to be a kid as an adult, right? Wow, I'm amazed. I guess you could say that. I'm amazed. High tide here. This place is packed, Cloud9, which goes to prove my point about tourism here being down. Look at it. This area is usually packed during high tide, and it is empty. I've never seen it this empty. Even early in the morning when we've come here, I've never seen it this empty. This here, I don't know what's going on here. This here has been... They started this project, I think, pre-Odette. Then after Odette, they kind of stopped, from what I was told. So I don't know what's going on here. I mean, you see people here, Now, I don't know if they're here just because security purposes, family, Filipinos that own this property, and then they have family or friends that just stay here for security. But this was going to be this looks like a beautiful, beautiful place to hang out. Infinity pool, like a deck up there to eat. Got like a bar over there and stuff, but who knows what happened. I mean, it's beautiful. But like I said, I was told a couple different stories of what's going on there. So anyways, we're going to have breakfast. All right, so we are at where we're going to eat. We are eating at Loca. You can see it. Very nice here. Prices reasonably priced, not over expensive, not dirt cheap, but reasonably priced. I mean, it's an amazing location here. Nice breeze right here on cloud 9. They have outside seating. I'd show you that, but there's a bunch of people sitting over there. You come here and hang out. They have pottery classes. I think they have pottery classes here. There's always something going on here on cloud 9 with these restaurants and stuff. But this one here is very, I would say a lot of people come here and eat. But as you can see, once again, not many people. Now, like I said, I've been coming here off and on every month for the past year, and this is the least amount of people I have seen here. Yeah, maybe I spoke too soon, but you know what, guys? Let me show you this. Most people will show you, hey, here's what I ordered, here's what I got, and show you the delicious plate that makes your mouth water. I'm doing the complete opposite. All right, guys. Here's what's left over. All right, I had cheese omelet, 3 eggs with cheese. They gave me 3 of these breads. I couldn't eat all of them, but that's what's left over. And Lut had egg omelet, rice,
And the smoke.
and how many longanisas?
5.
5 longanisas. But guys, get this. And we had 2 iced coffees. Bill came to 910 pesos. I don't know, conversion-wise, $18. But the 2 coffees, each coffee was 180 pesos for iced coffee. So 2 coffees came to like 390 pesos, right? That's what I'm saying. Overpriced. Our food was cheaper than a combination of our 2 coffees. That's crazy. But it is what it is here. And like I said, I choose to live here. So there it is. That was our breakfast, the aftermath of our breakfast. And earlier, the place was empty. Now I'm looking in, place is full. So maybe it was the time of the morning we came. You gotta understand something. A lot of people come here on vacation. They do adventures all day. At night to go grab something to eat, maybe go hit some of the clubs and drink, listen to some live music, and then come home late and sleep in. They're on vacation. So what do you do on vacation, right? Days where you sleep in, days where you get up, you do adventures. Next morning you're tired. But
What did you do on your vacation?
what did I do on my vacation? I'm on vacation. This is my vacation.
If you go vacation, what did you do on your vacation?
What do I do on my vacation? Get up, explore, go eat, sleep in.
Now, most of the time, my vacation, if I go vacation, I always plan something.
Right.
Like, there's this, if I have 4 days, I gotta have 3 days to go. So
Right.
I'm going to go more exploring. And the last night will be partying.
Party. All right. When's party?
When?
Whenever we want.
Whatever you want.
All right. Check this out. We were walking down the beach line here, and I heard a bell ringing, and I thought to myself, that sounds like an ice cream bell. Remember growing up, the ice cream bells? Well, this gentleman here has new soft ice cream. What are the flavors?
Mango and avocado.
Mango and avocado. So if you're down,
The mix and tomato.
Okay. Where are you from?
From France.
From France.
Wow.
Okay. You live here?
Yeah, for almost 10 years. You don't have any chance?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
How much? Maybe. Hang on. Let me. I think
It's
I
only
have.
100
There you go.
rupees, sir.
100.
Thank you so much.
So you 10 years here. I've been
Yeah,
living
10
here 10 years also.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. You've been on this
Philippines?
island
Yeah.
the whole time?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
How about you? Where are you from?
We live here now, but we
Okay.
were up in Luzon for 8 years and then just moved down here.
Oh, really?
So you like it here, huh?
Yeah, it's a good place, man.
Good place,
Living
yeah.
on paradise, you know.
Yeah. And you were here during Odette?
I was there,
You
yeah.
you survived Odette and
Yeah,
moving
we
on.
go very slowly. Community very helpful each other.
Right.
It was okay.
That's good.
What an experience.
It didn't scare you off, but it was an
It
experience.
wasn't a good experience in one way. you
Right,
know.
right.
It was a bit scary for 5 hours, and the worst is when we open the doors and we see the morning.
Right.
Oh, it was like devastated. We
Yeah.
rebuild everything slowly. Start
Oh.
from zero.
Right.
Yeah.
So there it is, guys. If you're down here at Cloud 9 on the beach, stop by and get some of this ice cream. How is it? Good?
I gotta try now?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Get the cold bite.
What is this, mango?
Yeah, no, it's a mix. It's good.
A mix.
It's like a mint, mint taste, you know?
That is good.
Alright.
Yeah, very
Really
good.
good.
All right, my friend.
you so much,
Thank
my
you. Thank
friend.
you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Guys, that's a nice bike right there. The Honda 150L. That's a nice bike, but I don't think I could sit on that and get my feet on the ground. Not only that, it's manual. I've gotten rid of manual. I'm here at the surf school right behind me, right here. Here's the surf school right here on Cloud 9, right? They get 600 pesos for 1 hour with a surf instructor, includes your board and everything like that. Yeah, I can show you around here. And I asked them, how's business? He said, oh, very slow. Not many tourists. I said, so what are your deals? Like, are you offering a better deal? Are you coming down on your price? So you can make some money, so you can, you know what I'm saying? Make a little bit of money instead of making no money. And he told me, he said, no, we're not coming down on our price. I said, so you'd rather make no money than make a little money by offering like a deal? And he basically told me, yeah, I don't get that mentality thinking. I just don't get it. If I'm in a business and things are slow and I need to make money or want to make money, I'm going to offer a deal. I'm going to say, all right, 2 for 1, or, you know what I mean, a special between this time and that time. Not even a deal. I just don't get it. But hey, that's one of those things here in the Philippines that you just say, it is what it is. Okay, so we decided after eating breakfast, run back home, grab our stuff, and just kind of spend the day up here on the beach, because it is a nice, beautiful day. Sun is shining. We got our little spot here. I'm here with Lut, the little beach bunny. I brought my little beach chair along. I always have people stop and ask me, hey, where'd you get that? Where'd you rent that? I'm not renting it. I bought this thing.
No,
Where did I buy it?
That's my gift for you on your birthday.
But where did I buy it?
It's in on.
S&R. Bought it up at S&R. Seen it in there. I'm like, yeah, let me grab that. That was when we were up in Angeles.
Oh.
And just kind of brought it along. And I probably put it to more use here than I did in Angeles City. But yeah, we're just hanging out. I mean, there are people here. Not a ton of people, but people are bathing in the sun. People enjoying the sun. And that's kind of what we're going to do today. A good God, clumsy Brian, right? I went to go sit down on my chair, and look, it collapsed on me, right? It collapsed on me. And I'm like, oh, great. Wonder if anybody's seen that, you know? Like, how embarrassing is that? So the girl kind of like over my shoulder, she was looking, and she was trying not to laugh, right? And I looked at her and I said, it's okay, you can laugh, because I would have laughed too. And then she started laughing. But that'd be great. Come to the beach and get hurt on the beach in my lounge chair, right? Hey, you remember those chairs? There were chairs that they sold back in the States, and I think they quit selling them at one point because they became dangerous. They kept folding up on people and hurting people. Remember that? Yeah. Anyways, I guess I got to be more cautious. What? Is where you're laying safe?
Yes.
What do you got to do when you lay on the beach and you're around coconut trees?
It goes to the area where the coconut is small and there's nothing in there.
You got to look up. She's under this small little coconut tree. There are no coconuts hanging on the coconut tree. However, that one up there has coconuts.
Exactly.
But you want to position yourself in the shade on the beach under a coconut tree. You definitely got to make sure that there's no coconuts above you, because believe it or not, guys, a coconut falling from a tree can seriously injure you, if not kill you. You know, I come down to the beach. I don't lay out in the sun. I get plenty of sun living here. I do put lotion on my head so it don't get burned. That's why my head may look kind of shiny. But nah, I don't lay in the sun here. It's weird. Plus, most Filipinos, they're not going to lay in the sun. They don't want to get tan. Look, do you want to get tan?
No. No, I don't mind about getting like you're brownish, but I don't like to get in the sun too much because I always go out every day. So I think
Where do you have sun lotion on?
in my face only. That's the most important thing.
Most important, put
It's
suntan lotion on your
suntan
face,
on your face,
for
that's
Filipino.
all. Yeah.
All right, guys, so let's hit the water before the tide goes out and it becomes like a barren wasteland through here, because it's starting to get barren. And trust me, when the tide goes out through here, it is very, very low. But you can come in. It's not even knee deep right now, but you can at least lay down and out in the water. You got to find a sandy spot. Find a sandy spot. You got to look for where. You got to look where it's at least a little bit sandy. Out through there, that's all rocky. But here seems to be pretty good. Yeah, here seems to be pretty good. Come on, right here. Here's a good spot.
Seriously?
Seriously, thanks for stopping me. I would have went under. You know what? Here's the thing, guys. When I say about tourists and stuff coming here, Filipinos will still come here, tourists. You know what I mean? Hang out and everything like that. You're always going to get your Australians that come here because they love surfing. They love coming here. They love surfing. But you know what's a big amount of tourists that are coming here? And you would be surprised. The main tourists, a lot of them that are coming here, are from Israel. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me what brings the Israelians here as tourists, but they are a huge part of tourism here. Now, just like any other people coming from any other country, you'll have issues. You know, I've heard people have had issues with, the Israelis, and you know what I'm saying. It's all talk. But I did speak to there was a group of them at, where was that? Kermit's. We were having dinner at Kermit's the other night, and I could tell by their language, like, yeah, they're from Israel. So I spoke to the one guy, and I asked him, I said, hey, isn't the airspace and everything closed in Israel? And he told me, yes, it was closed, like, when all that craziness was going on. But it has since reopened. He said he spoke to a couple people that were stuck here. They were stuck here for like a month. Now, it would be nice to be stuck at a place like this for a month. However, they're not going to let you stay here for free. But yes, Israelis are a huge when it comes to tourism in here. Contributor. And why? I don't know. I don't know why, what draws them here. And they're all younger. They're all younger, groups of people you see. And then again, this island is full of younger foreigners coming here to tour, to take part in all the adventure But yeah, I figured I would share that tourist fact here on Siargao Island, General Luna. You know what, guys, one of the things I noticed here in General Luna on Siargao Island here, you know, you go to these beach resort places in the Philippines and anywhere, Boracay, El Nido, you know what I'm saying? And you'll get the vendors walking up and down the beach here trying to sell you things, right? Here, I think a couple walk by and kind of like, sir, would you like to buy or whatever? And like, no, just say no, and they keep walking. They don't hound you. You know, you can go to places where they will just hound you to buy stuff. And even, you know, up on Tourism Road where, you know, where a lot of people go for the nightlife and eat and everything like that, there are vendors, but they don't hound you. I've been to places here where, Jesus, it's like every 5 seconds a vendor is hounding you. Give me, you know, buy this, buy that, shoving it in your face. Not here. Not here, and I like that. I like that. I mean, if I'm interested, I will look. If I'm not interested, I won't look. And my thing is, if you hound me, dude, I ain't buying a damn thing off you. Even if it's buy one, get one. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. We had a great day here hanging out, being beach bums and soaking up the shade. Not soaking up the rays, but we had a good time here. Just to relax, unwind. But then again, you know, when you're a beautiful island here in the Philippines, you're always unwinding, right? But check it out. It is, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock. Tide is going out. It's like a barren wasteland, all right? If you live on Siargao Island, or you've visited Siargao Island, or if you know, there's got to be the perfect beach somewhere on this island. I have yet to find it. What do I mean by perfect beach? Nice, beautiful sand. No stone as you're going into the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. There's no seagrass. You know what I'm saying? If you know of the place, leave the comment below, because I want to find it, because I want to get there. I do want to get there. I was talking with Lud earlier. I'm like, there has to be a beautiful beach line here. Minus the rocks. You know what I mean? Minus the seagrass. But let me know. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget, thumbs up or thumbs down. I greatly appreciate it. And stay tuned, because I will be doing a video about my month-long findings about YouTube, Google AdSense, and all that other fun stuff. So we'll talk to you later.